Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. In my case, good afternoon, wherever you may be on this planet. Stamp collecting is fun, and I've found a package of stamps in a charity shop, all in the service of charity. GB and World Stamps, £3 a pack. There was only one pack, and I've got it. So I thought we'd empty it and open it quickly. Can I even open? Can I? Oh, luckily I've got some scissors here that I can snip. Hey, this is a struggle, but we'll get there in the end. Hey, we'll get there in the end, my friend. Yep, we're getting there. Very slowly though. Luckily a lot of these are on paper. I don't be expecting anything particularly interesting, but I do want to see what this is here, this particular bit here, so we leave that one out. Turn that over a minute. So we'll just have a look at some. Way, that's a lot of stamps, and mostly I would say UK, but plenty of stuff to be snipping. And wow, that's quite nice. 2002, 9 p.m, Chester, North Wales. That's quite nice. But before we do that, and there's also some what you might call overseas stamps, including Austria, which I'm actually working on at this moment in time. Wintersports, jawohl, and also maybe Commonwealth Games. That's quite nice. Yeah, but before we do that, I want to pick up sticks. So let's have a little look. I thought it was going to say something, but actually it's, look at that. Now that's quite interesting. Congratulations, Rory McIlroy, on completing your career Grand Slam. That was this year. It's got a queen's head, and it's got the bleep. That thing instead of the gudunk is bleep. That's a beauty. That is probably worth. I don't think it's worth. It may be worth £3. I think it might be, because that's actually very thoughtful that someone has put that in, saved it to begin with, cut it out. Very nice. Okay, so what else am I going to be looking at saving? Well, I'm going to save that also. So we got those two. I seem to have another Chichester, 1973 Sussex. Whitnall is the name. Halfpenny stamps. Quite lovely. I'm not going to start going through all of these religiously, but I'm to see what I can. Candid, no. 1953. That's. I haven't got many of the Welsh, so that's quite. Getting a lot of these Christmas ones again. I do have a section for Christmas, so maybe added to it, but I've got so many. Ooh, Carlisle, Cumbria. That's another nice. Cancel. Some people like cancel, some people like stamps. I like both. I also like the legends on them. I mean, these I would say are pretty worthless. You can get the stamp off them. You can soak them. But I like a bit of beef on the plate. I like a bit of meat on the bone. Happy Christmas. A bit of information. What do we want? Information. Whitnall. possibly all come from somebody's rip-ups. Someone's been tearing them up and saving them over the years. There's not many foreign, but that seems to mix Greece and the UK. Interesting. I've got a Greek. Ooh, I do want that Wilding. I've got to keep that out because I haven't got many of the specials. And that's a special, and that's another one. So 2 there. Couple of foreign ones. Yugoslavia. What year would that be? I don't know. It doesn't say, unfortunately. Wilding, very common. Whitnall. Stranraer, Wigtonshire. Norfolk, 1960s, Wilding. Norwich, probably, is that Norwich? I'll keep it out because, these are going to go into my cancels, and that's quite a nice one here. So we've got, Port Erin, Isle of Man, 1967, Wilding. Not saying these are rare stamps, but I haven't got that one. So I'm happy to receive that one. Okay, that's mint. That isn't. It ain't mint, it's been stuck down, so it's obviously not mint, but it's probably, it would have been reusable maybe if you'd steamed it off. Christmas, excuse me, 20p, quite a big denomination. Wilding here, 3, isn't it? Yeah. So nothing exceptionally exciting. Christmas, Christmas. US Air Mail, so that's something a little bit different. Samuel P. Langley, aviator pioneer. Yeah. Mostly I would say UK. Oh, King Charles. His Majesty the King. First class. Got to keep it out. I don't have many of the King. Chester. Don't have any of Chester's. That's quite nice to have something near me popping up like the Llandudno. Oh, that was nice, wasn't it? Llandudno, an 18-year-old. Or 18p. Second classer. So very, very rare. Stamps, no. Common as anything, yes. Interspersed with 1 or 2 foreign, not many. I may have to dig a little bit deeper for that. Cape Town Council for South Africa, Northumbria. I'm going to give this a good old root and tootin', highfalutin look around. That's quite. No, it's a Welsh one, so that also needs to be kept. French one. Ardèche. And Marianne. So it's going to keep that out as well. I don't know why, I do have a lot of them. Christmas, I've got a lot of that. Österreich. Got many of these 5 shillings. That must have been the common one. So, yeah. So for £3, really, I'm getting someone else's stuff that they've just been cutting out. Nothing to. Oh, hang on. Got a Helvetia here. So that's quite nice. For because I do have a page, Helvetia page, as you know, Switzerland. Keep that. You know, am I going to pay £3 for what I'm able to keep out? No. Am I disappointed? No, I'm not disappointed. There's some fun to be had by going through these now. So that's quite a nice wilding. So at least some of the wildings are... Ooh. Here we have another slogan. Lest we forget Armistice Day, 11th November 2024. So that's quite... we'll keep that out as well. It's not quite... It's a bit bent. King George. A colourful one here of España. Now, as you can, there's a... What is this? Stockport. Yeah, I think it needs looking at. That's interesting. Field post office. So, someone in the forces has sent that in 1976. I don't know. And also, you know, someone's been tearing them off postcards, and they're like, possibly would have been better if they'd have kept them on the postcard. What do I know? The Whitnall, though, is here. Margaret Whitnall, OBSP. So that's look upable. So I'll keep that out. Österreich again. I quite like that one. Keep that because I'm doing Austria. I'm doing it. I'm not even... Oh, Helvetia, look at those two. Those are very, very common. Someone's been travelling. They like to go travelling. And they like to come home. Glastonbury Thorn. Nice little Cymru there. Gogledd Cymru, North Wales. You can see that. Gogledd Cymru, a nice brown wilding, which I do have many of. I've got a whole page of them. So yes, lately I'm happy to support whoever is selling these in charity shops. You know, it gives a little bit of, charity to those in need. I'm quite happy. Oh, French one, another Marianne. Gotta love the Mariannes. You sort of know where you are. At the barricades, almost. Knitting. Is that a decent council? London, so it's the southwest. I'll keep it out with this. I know, London, there must have been 1 billion a day. Okay, we've coming up to sort of the end now. Chessington Zoo, Surrey gets a mention. That's quite nice. There's the elephant. Open every day. Is Chessington Zoo still alive and going? I don't know. Will I look it up to see if it is? I'm not 100% sure that I will even remember by the time I get over to the PC whether to remember to look it up. I think that will be it for now. Another Republic Française, been through the post. Sainte-Chapelle, de Riom. My French is bad. So really, nothing, much to do about nothing, I'd say. but we haven't been through it all yet, so you never know what can pop out. That's it for now. Hope you're having a great day. Got those anyway, which I think are going to be added to my collection already, with plenty more to come. Talk soon. Bye for now. Happy stamping.